Alright, what is up, guys? Welcome to College Cutting episode 6. Today I wanted to kind of break down a little bit about commitment, and that's kind of what I wanted to make the topic of today's video. I actually filmed a back workout last week, and it was finals week and everything, and I edited the video all together, and I was ready to release it and everything, and then kind of rewatched it, and I realized with some of the points I was bringing up, I came across as a little bit aggressive and kind of a little bit too passionate. And part of it was because I was stressed about finals and getting that done. And part of it was how depleted and tired I am. And that plays a big role in kind of my intensity. And so I'm feeling a little bit better right now. All I had to do was an hour and a half of cardio this morning, and so I've got a little bit more energy and not as depleted or tired. I'm pretty depleted and tired, but definitely not in the same zone or mood that I was in after my workout whenever I had initially recorded this. So I'm going to go ahead and play the back workout over this kind of voiceover right now, and I'll flash across the screen the each workout and kind of the rep ranges, and so you guys can watch that as I'm kind of talking. But let's go ahead and dive in. First of all, I wanted to say that, or kind of go over my new schedule. And so this next week, I'm 2 weeks out as of yesterday from my first physique competition, and so this next week I will be in what's called peak week, or some people call it hell week, which means that cardio goes up pretty significantly, food goes down, including carbs and everything, and this is when you really dry out and get super lean. You know, you go from shredded to competition ready, and those are two, believe it or not, completely different things. If you've been around me or know me personally the past really week, you know that I've kind of hit a wall in terms of my energy, my willpower at times and everything. And I've done everything I'm supposed to do. I've kept my diet on point. I've kept cardio on point. Workouts and everything have been great, but or not great. I shouldn't say great, because the workouts kind of suck right now. I can't lift very much weight or anything like that, but I'm still doing what I'm supposed to be doing and getting it all done. Is kind of the point. But it's been a struggle. It's been tough. And one thing that I'm continuing to learn, that I've been talking about and everything, but I'm learning and continuing to see how this commitment and this development, is linked to discipline, and how the commitment is forcing me to grow as a person. So, I made this commitment that I was going to do this show. I made this commitment to myself that I could do this, to my coaches, to other people, that I've talked about it to, that are rooting for me. And so, I owe it to all of them, and I owe it to myself. You don't start things without the intention to finish them, so why not finish it? I've been doing this for 18 weeks, cutting, and what's 2 more? I can do anything for 2 weeks. That's what I keep telling myself. It's the same thing I tell myself during cardio. Whenever I get down to that last couple minutes, I'm like, I can do anything for 2 minutes. I can do anything for 5 minutes. Like I can make it through this. I can push myself through this, and it'll work out. And so that's kind of been the zone that I've been in and everything, and it's just continuing to grow me as a person, and it astounds me every day, how much more I can do than I initially thought, and how much more I can continue to grow and push myself. It's been really cool to do that, and like I said, that commitment is what's doing that for me. And I'm noticing, I've talked about this parallel between fitness and life, and I'm noticing more and more every day how much that parallel actually connects, as far as in fitness. And the things I'm talking about is putting myself in these situations where it's extreme stress on my body and my mind, on my mental state and everything, and I'm pushing through that and conquering it and getting to the next level, getting that progress still. And it continues to amaze me how much this translates into other aspects of your life. So whether it be, with AG, with my businesses, with my schoolwork, with my job, with anything that I do, it's making everything a whole lot more relative, and making me be able to look at the big picture in terms of what I'm capable of, what I can do, and how much further I can take things. And I think that's super cool to me. One of the big reasons I'm super passionate about fitness and helping other people accomplish their fitness goals, because it 100% truly does spill over into the rest of your life and what you end up accomplishing there too. So if you want to be a more productive person, start out in the weight room. Start out working out. Start out working on you and your physical health, and that will spill over into the rest of your life. And I promise you that. And one of the things that I hit on in the other video, and I got a little bit too carried away with, is the big problem right now is, with everything being so easy to acquire, with instant gratification culture is what I kind of call it. It's so easy to get our hands on everything, so easy to get information, so easy to connect with people, all that stuff through social media, through the internet, through our phones, through our computers, everything that, fast food, Uber, all these little things that are just making our lives so much easier and more accessible, that are making us expect, just like fitness can spill over into the rest of our life, those little things of instant gratification can spill over as well. So you expect, getting a ride somewhere to be super easy because of Uber, or getting your food delivered to be super easy because of Postmates or Uber Eats or something. And these things kind of spill over into the rest of your life as well. And so you're looking for the easy way out, or the easy way to do stuff in other aspects of your life. And this can become quite problematic in terms of how you end up looking at the rest of your life. And so instead of going and spending time in the gym and developing yourself, or instead of going and getting making that healthy meal or that healthy choice with your nutrition or diet, it's super easy to click at Uber Eats and have them deliver a Big Mac or anything like that. And that ends up training that positive, it's kind of positive reinforcement of minimal effort, and that's a huge problem right now, I think. But I know I continue to stress it, but putting yourself in these situations where things get harder, where you're under a little bit more stress and kind of duress physically or mentally, these are the points where you grow. And so I posted on my Instagram story earlier this week, and I said, or last week, and obviously it was finals week, like I said, but I said, unpopular opinion, and I posted a picture of me at the gym, go harder, and the caption was, go harder in the gym on finals week. Because these are the times whenever you develop your commitment, develop your discipline, and develop the most growth. Because even though you've got every reason not to be there, every reason not to do that, even valid excuses sometimes not to be there and work that hard that week, you're doing it, and you're committing, and you're telling yourself mentally and physically that you're gonna grow, you're gonna make this a priority, you are a priority, and you're gonna make it through this. And so things and decisions like that, they carry over into every other aspect of your life. And so that's why I'm so big on that, is because that parallel and that carryover, because it grows you as a person in ways that you can't even fathom until you get there and you start to go through that growth. And I don't want to sound like I'm all the way there, or have it figured out by any means. I'm still doing it, but I do recognize that there's that phenomenon there, and I recognize how to keep pushing it, and I'm going to continue to do so. This week is going to be a great example of that, because my cardio is going up by 2 full hours, or 30 minutes every day of the week. My cardio is increasing this week, and it's going to be tough. I'm operating probably right now like 8-9% body fat, and it's just gonna keep dropping this week. It's gonna drop more than it has been. But these are these situations where we get to. Notice I said get to. We have an opportunity to make ourselves uncomfortable now, to grow and end up in turn becoming more comfortable later. And kind of what I mean by that is, whether it be physically with, if you're struggling with your health right now and it's not comfortable for you to go be in a gym or go get on a treadmill or eat a healthy diet. It might not taste well or good or anything. But putting yourself through that and doing those things is ultimately going to better your health, lengthen your lifespan. You'll be able to breathe better. You'll be able to function better. You'll be able to even think better, And just like I said, these are those carryovers into other aspects like, business or your job. If you are willing to, if you're starting out at a job, willing to do the groundwork, be uncomfortable, go the extra mile, stay late, all those sorts of things, then guess what? You're going to be able to progress that much further. You're going to get noticed that much quicker. You're going to get to advance that much, quicker throughout the company to where you're going to be living a lot more comfortably financially and, professionally earlier in your life than you would otherwise. So it's about getting uncomfortable now so that you can be more comfortable later on. And I think we all have an obligation to not only ourselves but our future families, or if you have a family now, to be healthy and be able to be around them later on, to be financially successful and be able to support them later on, spiritually, to be spiritually kind of awoken and be connected with God in that way, and kind of how I talked about before, and know what He expects of you, know what He wants you to be, focusing on because of what He's given you, and be pushing yourself in that aspect of your life, and with that skill that He's given you, that's special to you, the things I've talked about, the things, the whole message behind AG that I've preached on so hard. But I think that's extremely important for us because, like I continue to say, that parallel in terms of spilling over into the rest of your life. And so that's how you can kind of develop that commitment. A few practical ways. One thing I do is I have this power list. I got it off andyfrisella.com. It's from my favorite podcast, the MFCEO Project. Disclaimer, there's a lot of profanity. I mean, this even has the A word on it on the front of the cover of this book. But if you can go listen to the content of that podcast, I promise you will not be disappointed. And he sounds kind of angry at first, Andy does, but dude's a great guy, and he gives you so much practical knowledge and helpful information on there that can change your life and change your mindset. And he talks a lot about a lot of these things that I kind of preach on and hit on. But so what this book is it's got every day, it's got 5 little tasks that you kind of write down in the book, and those are they're not goals, they're critical tasks that you have to hit every single day, and they change it. If you cross one task off every day for 3 straight weeks, then that has become a habit, and so you take it off, you put another task on. And what this helps me do is make sure that I'm ultimately winning the day. And if you cross off all 5, you circle a W at the top. If you miss one, then you circle an L. And so nobody wants to lose. I don't like to lose, and so I work really hard to get all 5 tasks done no matter what each day, and win the day and move on to the next one. And so it builds up this momentum inside of you, and it sounds cheesy or cliche maybe, but it is a huge tool that I use to do that. And I've also talked about writing out your goals, so completely different from this. This is tasks, simple tasks that you have to get done. Writing down your goals somewhere, and even if you just write it down and stash it away, or if you want to write it on a sticky note, put it on your wall or your mirror or something, then that works too. But identifying what those are is going to help you so much more mentally. Know the steps you should be taking, choices you should be making. It's just going to be subconsciously in there, and kind of guiding you whether you realize it or not. And so writing down those goals or anything and stuff like that is going to help you as well. But that's kind of my spiel on commitment. I hope you guys got something out of it and some of the topics that I've discussed. I'm going to try to do more videos like this where I do the kind of voiceover, so I can hit on the physical aspects and the workouts and stuff, but I can also talk about self-development and tips to get better and all that type of stuff as well, because like I've told you guys in the past, and like you guys have said you supported and want me to share more of, I'm really passionate about self-development and growth in that way. So hope you guys enjoyed it. You know what to do. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. If you're just watching the video and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because that helps me get ranked higher and get the message out to more people ultimately. So appreciate each and every one of you, and catch you in the next video. Thanks.